told me not to prepare for this one because it was already going to be a shit show before we started. So it's going to be a good one. I'm already halfway through a pretty strong. Oh, no audio. No audio, William. Oh, I hear audio.
I can hear you, man.
Missy got you. Got you good, fucker.
Yeah, I can hear you too.
Well, yeah, of course you guys can hear me, but
no audio.
The chat says there's no audio.
That is strange. It's coming through. It's gonna be a good one. I'm already halfway through
Okay, we need to mine this.
I think
we're gonna mine
it's
this
working.
one. It's gonna be tough.
Audio.
We can mine it.
Yeah,
out.
I think it's working. Everyone's slacking me. Fuck you. Jesus. All right. As I said, it's gonna be a shit show.
Man, fuck everyone who's
I'm
said
about
no
halfway
audio.
through.
Hey, good job, Chad. Keep that shit up.
I'm about halfway through a strong beer. I'm a little discombobulated already.
That boy.
Why
don't you pass the mic?
Yeah, I need to pass the mic because people keep slacking me. Stop slacking me, people.
Hey,
All
look,
right, I'm
thanks
sending it
everyone for
over
joining.
to fuck Greg on my right, who is going to introduce himself and then introduce the rest of these tards.
Yo, Joe Rodgers here, Bitcoin Magazine. I'm really happy to have the team that does not exist, the Meme Factory. I don't know anything about these guys. They're a bunch of dickheads with laser eyes on Twitter, and they have really bad takes on a lot of things. They occasionally make some good memes, but I'm overall pretty jacked to have them on board. I don't know, man. Let's do a roundtable discussion. I don't know. My boy Chairforce, say what's up and pass the mic to someone else. Let's get through this.
All right. Well, yep. Chairforce. I'm part of the Meme Factory. All of us here, Meme Factory. We don't exist, but we do hang out together and occasionally have drinks. I'm sipping on some coffee because I got work to do later today. Not to name drop or anything, but I got to make some memes for, Bitcoin Magazine. So that's what I'll be doing the rest of the day. Yeah, let's hear from my favorite boy, Labra.
Wait, before Labra goes, Tanner, it's an order. You must be drunk for making memes for Bitcoin Magazine. All right.
Well,
Quality does go up.
Hold on. All right, Carrie, go ahead, Labra. I'll be back.
Yeah, this is Labra Huddle. I just shitpost on Twitter and I like spaghetti. So I'll pass the mic to to Pedro.
Yeah, my name's Pedro. I'm a fellow shitposter, pleb, hang out on Twitter way too much. And I make the shittiest memes of the group, so that's well known.
But the most loved in the group.
Mike,
who's next? Everyone needs to end with a popcorn.
He's gonna pass it to Marcus.
Marcus, yeah, that's me. Plan Marcus. I'm from the Netherlands. I make video memes. I'm not actually 5 years old, so I'm sorry to burst that dream. I'm also not white. That's why I'm not on screen. And, that's probably racist. I didn't mean that way. And I'll pass.
You can only be racist if you're white, so you're good, Marcus.
You're safe.
Sean.
I'm Sean. I always call Marcus a bear. I just got back from playing some ball overseas, back in the States, and it's great. I'll pass it over to RD.
Woohoo. Welcome back, Merca.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, I'm RD BTC. Fuck you, Greg. I make memes. The Meme Factory does not exist. I'll pass it on to Yellow.
Hey guys, I'm Yellow. I'm from Greece. I'm, I don't know, man. I'm an idiot. Sometimes I look at the mirror and I like what I'm doing with my life and like, I don't know. What's the point? You know, guys, what's the point, really? That's it. I'm passing the mic to whoever the fuck is left.
MTC.
Well, hello. Yellow. Your advert for Cordano was pretty lit recently, man. I'll give you that. Big kudos. So regular shit poster, occasional memer. And I'm part of the 21ism.com crew now as well. So shout out to my homeboys there. Check it out if you haven't already. Thanks for having us on, chaps. Looking forward to chatting.
MTC, give us the pitch on 21ism.
So we are, I guess, it started by Badders, who got banned from Twitter yesterday, but resurrected a few hours later. And he is a musician, memer, multi-talented guy who really kind of wants to help, build the space. And these guys have been building a podcast and putting out some sick memes with the likes of RD helping as well, and just featuring, people in the space who are contributing across various areas. So whether it be design, code, music, meme, art, etc. We put out a block every month of what we'll try to make, quality content. So we featured some of these guys who are here already. I've actually got an interview with Chairforce this Sunday coming up. But we've done Yellow, we've done RD, and I'll probably get around the rest of them. Man, I've done Greg as well. He was my last one. We're trying. Everyone's done Greg. We're trying to just put a bit of spotlight onto people that we like in the space and just amplify the message. The number go up is fun and a great part of it, but we don't arrive at a kind of hyper Bitcoinized world without having a sound culture renaissance as well. Sound money and sound culture, I think, need to go hand in hand. So as well as what we're doing on the podcasting and writing side and producing content, we're also working on some fucking sick projects as well, which I'm itching to tell you about, but we're not quite at the point yet. But we've got some lined up that are hopefully going to let, light people's hair on fire. So look out for that and follow along if you're not doing so already. We're just, a small part of the Bitcoin movement, but we're having lots of fun doing it. And it's great to collaborate and work with and speak to the guys that we're speaking to on a regular basis. So,
all right, MT, that's good. That's enough.
Hold on. I gotta say, he sounds like he's the only one who's got his shit together. Everyone else is this very quite painful intro.
No, this is exactly what we need. We need it to be painful and shitty. Fuck Greg.
Yeah.
Fuck Greg.
Hey, Greg. Speaking of you, it's your turn.
He ain't even gonna turn on his mic.
No.
Can we remove him from the stream then?
Taking up space.
Greg,
He's
you
in the
have
YouTube
one
chat.
option, and you have to bend the knee. Otherwise, we're kicking you out.
He will not comply.
Literally,
All right.
fuck Greg.
Yeah, fuck Greg.
That's left.
All right, quality just went up. Guys, thanks for joining. All right, I want to get into a topic near and dear to my heart. I know all you probably care about it, but first thing on top of my list of things to ask the Meme Factory, is Bitcoin a meme?
It is and a meme. It is so many things, and one of those things it's a meme too. Yeah, I agree.
Everything is
Who
a
has
meme.
something deep to say?
Everything is a meme, Labra?
Everything is a meme. Yes. I'm trying to figure out Zoom.
If it, if it exists, it's a meme. Rule 39.
Correct.
I mean,
Well, can we like first define what do you mean like by a meme? Like normies listen and they hear meme and they just think, oh, is he calling it a joke? But I don't think you're like saying it with that like kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you mean a meme?
That's a good question. So maybe roll it back. What is a meme, first of all? I mean, for probably a large portion of the normie culture out there, a meme is a silly cat picture with a caption on it.
Yeah.
But I think that you guys have a deeper understanding of what a meme is. It's how an idea is spread, and it's that idea itself.
and it's relatable. A meme is obviously funny, or it doesn't always have to be funny. It hits, again, to the word relatable. So that's why people like it, because it could even be about like, I made a meme a while back when I was first starting off with like 300 followers, my first 1K meme. And it was basically about being sad that I had no real life Bitcoiners to talk to. I mean, face to face in person, you know. So I think those are, in my opinion, the two main things that make up a meme, is either being relatable and funny, or both. So is Bitcoin a meme? I mean, I'm going to say by my definition of meme, is there still plenty of stuff to meme about in the Bitcoin community, with the no coiners, meme on ourselves and stuff? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's okay to be.
I would, sorry, to conclude my point of view, I would say that if like a meme, it's like a truth bullet, where you basically shoot it whatever you want to make a point, and you just make that point easier, and make the other person drop his defenses, because it's like a little bit jokely, and it has a laughter effect. So I guess Bitcoin is also like a meme to the fiat system in a way. It is like that kind of truth bullet for me, at least.
Big Sean, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say the old saying of a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that's kind of like what a meme is, right? Like it takes, you could just type up a whole thing, or you could make something real small, real compact, and have that punch. And I think in a sense, Bitcoin can be a meme like that, or to the normies, Bitcoin can be like a joke meme, right? Because a lot of people think, they still scoff at Bitcoin and they don't know what it is, and so I think it can be a meme that way too, in a different sense.
Yeah, to me, the power of the power of a meme, right, is that it just condenses information. And to me, the best, it's kind of like a tweet in a sense. When you make the best tweet, the art is of like taking stuff away and just making it as pure and as short and to the point as possible. And also the fact that a real meme is usually something that again, right, I'm Dutch, so I'm sorry for my English, but it evolves, right? So it starts with something, and I think that's something really cool of this group as well. We throw a meme out there, and even on Twitter, like somebody will take it, change it up, make it better, make it more attention worthy, and it'll just keep evolving. And to me, those are the best memes. Like for instance, the Ray Liotta memes, right? I mean, we've seen that go from like the regular GIF to the laser eyes Liottas. Have fun staying poor just turn into an H. We just have to drop an H right now, and it just has so much context in there. And a lot of people also say, like there's a lot to be learned on Bitcoin Twitter, but I learned the most from the memes, because people will see a meme, they'll be like, what the hell's an H? Of what is HSFP, or what is this? So yeah, to me, a meme is a bunch of things, and I think it communicates a lot. It's people like to watch it. I mean, you can say ha 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 under somebody's post, or you can drop a Ray Liotta, right? I mean, which is gonna like trigger you more? I think a lot, the last one. So yeah. So is Bitcoin a meme? Yeah, I would definitely say in that sense, Bitcoin is a meme, because yeah.
Can I just jump in and say that
Jump in, please.
Bitcoin has the most elite memers. Like, of a thing that is inspiring meming, Bitcoin is one of the most inspirational things to inspire memers. And like everything that's about it, it's just like the level of Bitcoin, of meming that's happening within the Bitcoin space is just so far above and beyond all other meming. It's really palatable and makes you bullish.
Right. And what's funny about that too is we've been
Meming,
talking amongst
Bitcoin
ourselves, like the
is
next
one of the most
generation of memers that seems to be coming up. We're not going to claim to be the first gen by any circumstance, but from my what I was seeing, it seems like we're the first memers to really get some traction, at least starting in the bear market. But these new, to me, in my mind, they're a bunch of Zoomers. They go by the name meme tards right now, and they'll just rapid fire memes. And the new guys coming right behind us, they're fucking killing it. So it's I'd love to see it.
MTC, you were going to say something. I think you're chiming in. Is Bitcoin?
Yeah, man. So I've heard a meme described as like the smallest unit of a culture. And so you could kind of make the argument that a Satoshi is like the ultimate meme. And if you then expand that out, if you think about Bitcoin as the standard by which value is transferred and communicated over time between the participants in that culture, then you could kind of make the case that Bitcoin is the ultimate meme. Could you not?
I'm taking the bait.
What do you think?
Yeah, look, I'm team Bitcoin is a meme. It's a collection of memes. I've read up on it. I think that it's a bunch of different ideas working together to move this like overall idea, which is Bitcoin forward. So yes, I think Bitcoin is a meme for sure. Memes come in a lot of different sizes and shapes, and Bitcoin is a collection of different memes. So I can see the idea of the Satoshi being the smallest unit. Yeah, that's definitely like a parallel to like what the textbook definition of a meme is. So I think that's a neat comparison for sure.
Bitcoin's powered by memes.
It is. I think that I was having an argument with, of all people, all ye. He doesn't argue very much, but we were talking about Bitcoin being a meme. he takes it so literally because he brought up the meth heads and saying that, oh, Bitcoin is just a meme. That's what he was using against me. And I'm suggesting that Bitcoin is a meme. I was like, yes, Bitcoin is just a meme. It is just an idea. And he just couldn't wrap his head around the idea of like a meme being a cat picture with a silly caption. Like that's his idea of a meme, but I think it's so much more than that.
That's also what ETH heads think, though, is that they're using it as a derogatory term, as
Right.
like, oh, Bitcoin's just a meme, not even understanding how important
Powerful a
the
meme is.
is. Like, oh yeah, we are the meme coin. Like that's just one thing. But I would say that like you're right. Bitcoin is this like so many memes combined, but it's also the like physical network instantiation of that. Like that's the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is it's just all of these things instantiated into a physical network of nodes that are in consensus and in sync every 10 minutes. And like that physical thing is like constantly being reinforced. So it's like this meme that actually is physically being reinforced in reality all the time. It's like incredible.
CK was microdosing before this.
Yeah, me and Yellow were hanging out. We're over there.
Yeah, you guys' backgrounds have me tripping.
Yeah. Join us.
So let me ask you guys this. So if Bitcoin is a meme or maybe even a collection of memes, let's say, what is one of the most important Bitcoin memes out there? Not funniest, important.
Hodl.
The hodl thing, I think. It's the most important one, for sure.
I've got my favorite from last year, and it was really an impactful one for me.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
No, I don't think you do because I don't think we've talked about it, but the selling chairs one was probably the one that had me really going down the rabbit hole harder than I had before and trying to figure out what the hell Pierre was talking about, like him yelling, like it looked like he was yelling at me when I would log into Twitter, and I wasn't really like on there very much, but I'd log in, I'd see him yelling at me to sell my chairs, and I was like, well, this is pretty annoying. And then he kept doing it, and then I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? And then that really triggered, like I sold a bunch of shit because of that meme. And like from a personal wealth standpoint, I'm a lot wealthier than I was before I like listened to what the hell he was saying. So that one was my favorite from last year.
Sell chairs is so awesome. I love it.
You'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
I mean, if you own Bitcoin and then everything else is nothing, absolutely.
Bitcoin is information. I mean, you can't really own information.
That's
So,
true.
I mean, it's actually a true meme.
But you access to that information that you can control.
Sure. But
So
you
the
can't
funny
own a
thing about
number.
the funny thing about have fun staying poor is that it's actually advice for how to get rich.
Yeah, I regard it as an energy saving device because it's the kind of meme that you use on somebody who is just not willing to listen.
But
where you've exhausted all
just
of the
slap in the
avenues.
face.
And,
no, it's the kind of beauty of it for me is that it might shock somebody into going, fuck, well, I actually don't want to stay poor. So maybe I should be looking into this. It's definitely going to put a mind splinter in there that will work through, the subconscious at some point into action. No, it's totally brutal as fuck. But at the same time, the way to stack as much sats as possible is by having fun staying poor. So, like, yes, it is totally a dagger into someone's heart, like on Twitter or in person is even more like just like impactful. If you really tell someone to their face, have fun staying poor, like that's gnarly. But
dude, it's such a powerful meme because it's a slap in the face on one hand, and the other it's actual advice on how to get rich.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you unpack it, like this is one of those memes that's just like so deep.
Well, and if you think about have fun staying poor, I've said that to somebody and they're like, what? And I was like, that's what the central bank wants. They want you to stay poor. They're wanting you to have fun, to forget about everything, and then stay poor.
Yeah. And then it's practical advice, Sean. And you should have fun staying poor and save your fucking money in Bitcoin.
It's all at once. It's like a fractal of meaning.
I thought someone was going to say the casket dance, but sometimes
is that, you mean dancing on graves or what's
the
Africans?
Oh,
coffin bearers, pall bearers.
I said
you sprung that one, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, man.
RD.
That was my first meme, as I did the death of the dollar, the dancing coffin guys, like building up to it. Yeah, and it just blew up. And I was like, hey, maybe I should do some more of these.
Isn't it funny how a small trigger like that could set your trajectory to be a memer? Because mine was kind of the same. Just this one small event, you're on the memeing road. Because I was new to Bitcoin Twitter. I wasn't super new to Bitcoin. And finding good quality, good signal accounts right away when you're brand new to Twitter was kind of hard. But I did come across American Hodl pretty early, and I loved his style of shit posting and just talking shit, being alpha. And yeah, one day in chat, someone was hating on one of his comments. I just made a stupid, simple meme with like the most basic stuff on my phone. I sent it, got American Hodl retweet, and I was like, oh, this is fun. So yeah, that was my first time. About a little over a year ago, I started my Bitcoin memeing journey. Yes, Camilla. Yes, Camilla, I put it on for you. Yeah, so that one event led to Laser Eyes. I mean, who knows? These boys might have came up with it without me. But yeah, one retweet by American Hodl might have led to, Laser Ray to 100K.
So really all the glory goes to Hodl.
When 100K though, I thought it was going to be quickly after. I didn't realize it was committing for months.
It's a grind. That's why we joined the community of Laser Ray, so that we could grind it out together. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a freebie. It's not going to happen overnight. We're going to own these laser eyes. But yeah, I did put a bet on the table on Twitter last night. If anyone saw, I said we'd be over 100K by the end of October, or I would go on stream wearing Greg Zodge's underwear on my head. So I put that out there, and that's my only price prediction. That's what Greg said. Greg said he's going to be wearing them while they're on my head, but we'll see.
I'm keeping my laser eyes. I'm keeping.
Me too.
Hashtag me too. Yeah.
Hashtag
me too.
Dude, I remember when RD came on the scene, and it was like immediately another level of memeing. It was pretty obvious.
RD is a meme factory in and of himself. That guy, that guy's a machine.
He's the grinder. Yeah.
And the
yeah, I'd
Dragon
say-
Bunny doesn't have anything on him.
Oh, I didn't mean grinder like, okay, never mind.
Tell us
Just a
more, Jeff.
rainbow dildo grinder, then it's okay.
Yeah, shitcoiners get rainbow dildos. And thank everybody in our chat that are fans. They already know that. But if you didn't know, that's what shitcoiners get.
Another thing
Calling a
about
grinder.
memeing that most of us recognize as well, right, is that sometimes you spend like a lot of time on this deep idea, and you're like, God, I gotta meme this, and you produce like this perfect meme, you throw it out there, and it gets like 25 likes. And on other days, you just get like the stupidest idea, you throw it together in like 30 seconds, and it just blows up, right? So you really never know what you got until you drop it, and Bitcoin Twitter will decide for you.
I'll give you a tip, Marcus. Just post a porn meme and everybody loves them.
but now you're mentioning something, Labra. Like, tell us the origin story of the porn meme.
Well, it says Labra, who's on his 900th Twitter account.
Which isn't a meme of itself.
The prawn meme.
Man. The prawn memes, yeah, that was Gigi. It was a special request by Gigi. So it was on the Toxic Happy Hour, and somebody asked what was his favorite memes, and he just said, "I love the porn memes." And I was like, "Okay, porn memes it is." And we filled Twitter with porn memes.
and kept tagging Gigi in them too.
Oh yeah.
He saves them all.
I believe Gigi, and I'm going to quote him. I'm going to misquote him so bad, but I believe he was mentioning something about that he loves that like Bitcoin is inevitable, and it's going to go to where it's going no matter what. And it's just the craziest that you've got like all these smart people in Bitcoin, and we're just like making a bunch of jokes and a bunch of shitty memes and even porn memes. And it's actually really good because you've got like these Wall Street guys coming in, and they're coming on Twitter and they're looking for a serious discussion, but they're walking into like a wall of just like the shittiest porn memes and stupid jokes. And this is good because it's going to keep the price down, and they're going to have to like try and defend this and explain this to their shareholders and stuff. Well, we get to buy some more cheap corn. So I love that, Anna, that story of that view of it.
So Labra is single-handedly suppressing the price so we can get more sats. If you guys,
Yeah, we need a sacrifice. We need to sacrifice Laura Hodl 9 to get a price bump.
So I have a theory about this, and that I think that just chaos and confusion is really, really good for Bitcoin. And I feel like the porn memes really add to that in a really poetic way.
Absolutely.
All of them except for Patrick Blake's. The rest are good for Bitcoin.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. And don't forget
one today
Sean Stacking, because he can take it to the next level as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, don't encourage them.
And
Like,
those
don't
guys
get
are
them
both
started.
in chat. Thanks for being here, boys. Love your work.
Some of your work.
But like honestly, the porn memes are like, you know how they say Bitcoin has like a thermodynamic wall of security. It also has a porn meme wall of security. Just keeping out
That is so good.
Well, next question, Joe. Let's
Well,
go.
hold on. I want to keep going on memes for a minute.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One of my favorite Bitcoiners, Psychedelic Bart, he kind of he went off on this like class of memers, probably some of you guys, probably everyone on here, because we've all done it. Pretty much saying that, I'm paraphrasing him because I didn't dig too much into it because I just kind of disagreed with him. But the thought was that the memers aren't actually building, get back to building and writing code. So, I mean, I have my opinion on that, and just curious if there's any strong feelings on it.
Can I start with this one?
Sure.
Oh, it's all you, brother.
Come back inside, Pedro. Come back inside.
Well, like there's this weird thing that like sometimes we're doing when we're like talking about Bitcoin and then like relating it to Bitcoin Twitter, which is like two completely different things. I mean, they're at the end of the day, they're just avatars, right? Yeah, plenty of respect for Psychedelic Bart and how he was one of the ones that influenced, I'm sure, a lot of us early on when we first got into hanging out on Bitcoin Twitter. So, no hate there, but again, it's literally just a meme. Like the avatars are just memes. They don't mean anything in and of themselves. The shitcoiners did take on the meme themselves. They're all wearing, not all of them, but a lot of them are wearing the avatars too. That's exactly the same thing. That's exactly the same reason why ETH dumped, and so did everything else when Bitcoin did, because everything follows what Bitcoin does, right? It's all trying to emulate what Bitcoin is and what it's doing. All of that's going to fail. And, sometimes we just have to accept the fact that, shitcoiners are going to try to copy it too. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to fucking make memes that people don't want to copy, right?
Exactly.
I mean, did you guys take it personally, or were you just like, he's fair to he can have this?
I didn't.
We took it personal.
Well, I didn't. So the only thing that, like what you mentioned, the one quote from Parabolic Bart, that part
Paraphrase.
is the only thing. Your paraphrase, okay, yeah. That paraphrase is the only thing I didn't agree with either, is that him saying that basically we don't contribute. But he was kind of spot on as well by saying that a lot of the new guys in the space, if he's correct, that only care about the avatars and look at me and stuff like that. Sure, we don't want that from our newbies. We want them to go down the rabbit hole and really learn what it is that they're getting into. But to say that I can't do both, that these boys can't do both, I can't care about the memes, I can't care about the avatars and also contribute. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
I think it's hilarious, to be honest. Like when you're on Twitter, you engage in these discussions and these battles, but most of the time we're just like laughing our asses off at like all the drama that's unfolding live and what we can. I mean, we're in such a small little bubble, right? I mean, just today I was at a wedding, and I've got like cousins, and they're into Bitcoin and they're into the shit coins, and they're not even on Twitter, right? So there's this whole other world of newbies that are just on YouTube or somewhere else and not even on Twitter. But yeah, just that little small bubble, and then we're all discussing whether or not we're dropping the laser eyes or not. To me, it's just funny because you put them on with conviction, right? Laser array until 100K, it couldn't be more clear. And then I find it really suspicious that when the price is dumping, that people get so triggered, apparently they're going to throw off their laser eyes, and then they say it's because of the Doge corners or the Shibu Inu or whoever it is. But it's an amazing coincidence, and I think it's really funny.
Yo, that was a bottom capitulation signal right there. That was
For me, it was
the mark of the bottom right there. I called it on Twitter.
That was a good call. Yeah.
Like, this is capitulation, and now 8K later.
It's like selling. It's just like selling.
I'm glad that laser race to 100K turned out to be a battle, that it wasn't easily won, that everyone who like pretended to LARP about it, like we got to find out who's serious about laser race to 100K.
Yeah, things got pretty serious there on Bitcoin Twitter with some big accounts unfollowing us or even blocking temporarily to some degree. So you're right, it's definitely a battle out there. I really worked hard to not chime in too much, because I really do think we're all way too biased to chime in. It's almost like we got to pull ourselves out of it, except for Yellow. He can meme people into clams or whatever if he wants to. Any thoughts, Yellow?
I guess in the end, when price, we all know it, when price is stable, we like to basically fight each other just to get ready for another fight from a non-Bitcoin guy or entity. So we like to fight each other just to be ready for the next fight down the line for some reason. And I think I made a meme about Bart and the whole laser eye dropping thing, and it got out of proportion for some reason. I didn't mean to offend the guy. I'm following the guy for 3 years now, and I think he does too. and I kind of like it. I like what he's putting out there. So peace, dudes. Like we're all Bitcoiners in the end, and it's stupid to fight for lasers on the profile or not. That's not the point of the meme. The memes are there just to draw in the newbies and, as Cherfor said, go down the rabbit hole of running a node, of seeing a little bit of code, of learning about basic Bitcoin stuff like holding your keys and etc. etc. So yeah, I have no comment. I have no bad feelings about the whole thing.
The laser eyes have been a fantastic way for people to signal, like at least getting it enough. Like even if you're a shitcoiner, you're still kind of enough part of the, you're more part of the in group than you are like a no coiner. Like a no coiner wouldn't like rock laser eyes. So like I tend to have a lot of empathy for shitcoiners. They're just confused, and because of that, they're gonna have fun staying poor in the long run until they get it. But outside of that, like it's really fascinating, like psychological mimetic adoption curve, you know, and you're just watching it from the vantage of a Bitcoiner who's set, you know, it's fine, whatever. It's pretty exciting though. It's pretty interesting to see like Bethany Hamilton had no, you know, she pro surfer, lost her arm, inspirational story. The world knows her, has a fantastic audience, has a fantastic charity. Like all she has to do, laser eyes, we find out she's a real Bitcoiner. Like she starts getting on all these podcasts, like people are interested in hearing her story, and it's just like such an interesting story. Even Tom Brady, who is an NFT shitcoiner, he's on his journey. Like we should be empathetic. Like how many people shitcoined when they started? Like that's every pleb's story.
Yeah,
Just these people
99.9.
happen to have an audience.
Yeah. I think there's few exceptions. I think like Camilla's one of them who she got lucky and was guided correctly from the get-go to be a Bitcoin maxi. But yeah, before I knew what the fuck any of it was, I thought it was all just degenerate gambling. I was buying Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin or whatever on Robinhood. And then I was like, okay, let me read into this shit. And I was like, oh, I need my own keys. I need this, that, and the other. Get the fuck off Robinhood. And this is the real deal. But yeah, there was like a I learned during a deployment for just going down the rabbit hole of what Bitcoin is and what I need to do. But yeah, I was a shitcoiner for a short time there, but I was just, again, being a degenerate gambler. Like, oh, maybe I'll make money and maybe I won't. Whatever. Let's give it a shot.
I will say it again. Back in 2013,
that background.
Back 2013, I mined Feathercoin for some reason, and I remind myself. Like I remember myself saying, "I won't mind Bitcoin because Bitcoin is so expensive now." So
$30.
Have fun staying poor.
Yeah, we've all done stupid shit like that, I think.
Yeah.
So I want to chime in here. So a bunch of different ideas have come up in my head since you guys started talking, specifically about this interaction. So, you know, if Bitcoin is inevitable, why do we meme? And I think the reason for this, you know, the first reason is that it's a lot of fun. Memeing is fun. Absolutely. But also like, this is a fucking battle, you know, and like, this is how we're competing, with the state, with the central banks, with the powers that be. And we are winning. Bitcoiners are winning the meme warfare. But with that being said, I'd be curious to get your guys' takes. Like besides or beyond Bitcoin, what do you think like institution or idea has memes that we can learn from? What are some like tactics that maybe you are influenced by, or ideas that we can learn from?
Don't run too wide and pick your battles. If you try and do, you know, too many different things and spread yourself too thin, then you're going to end up doing nothing effectively. So that would be one piece of advice from me. But I think, man, some of the conversations that I'm having are pointing quite clearly to the fact that there is far more institutional adoption happening than we realize, because even though the institutions haven't announced that they're acquiring, the big swinging dicks in those institutions are doing. So this shit's gonna happen whether we like it or not. Fucking have fun, man. You know, there's Bitcoin doesn't need any of us. You know, it doesn't need a single fucking one of us. So have fun. But if you're feeling like you want to contribute something to the space, if you're feeling like there's shit that's not right, you want to voice stuff, then you know that's kind of part of Bitcoin's immune system. You know, you're part of it. It's something that was made for all of us. So get involved, because it's so much fucking fun. It's so much fun. And the most bullish thing about all of this for me is how much I struggle now to keep up with. I'm just
yellow.
looking at yours.
I love your background yellow.
I struggle to keep up. I've got to close this comment now before I start pissing myself. Oh fuck it, I'm done.
Yo, MTC, I respect that take a lot. And
Wait. I'm sorry. Can we respect Yellow's picture real quick? Because each Elon head is a fucking nut. Elon is the balls. All right. That's out of my system, too.
Labra.
Clancy
Go.
made that one.
Oh,
No,
did
I
she?
agree with
Good
you.
job, Clancy.
What?
The question originally was, you know, in meme warfare, like what is another meme or idea that you think that we could learn from, like as Bitcoiners, to make us, you know, better communicators?
Yeah, I guess I agree with Micro on this one. Like, it's inevitable what Bitcoin is going to do. So just enjoy the ride and have fun. Shit post. Enjoy with your family and friends. Yeah.
So I remember, like, RD had just flipped me on followers, and I was like, "Congrats!" And he was like, "Dude, what the hell? Like, you're doing all this stuff, and I'm just a memer, and I have more followers than you." And I was like, "Dude, Bitcoin doesn't care what you're doing. Bitcoin takes you as you are. Like, whatever you're valuable for, like, Bitcoin's gonna fucking channel that, like, just totally passively. Like, it doesn't have to do anything. It's just there, and you know, we are drawn to do whatever we can for it." But like at the same time, it doesn't need us at all. Like, it'll just channel someone else. Like, fuck you, you're replaceable completely. So it's just kind of amazing to see how like Bitcoin manifests through people. And like, I think the memers are a great manifestation of that. And like, Bitcoin memes better than any other thing ever. It's the meme that memes harder than anything else, like, because it manifests through all, like, every retard in front of me, right? Like, it just like fucking y'all do its bidding. We're just it's like pawns. It's kind of like crazy. It's like this hive mind that's controlling us, but at the same time, it's just ever non-changing. All it is just enforcing its rules. It's kind of crazy.
Absolutely. And to that point, I almost feel bad to an extent, because I'll make a simple, I mean, a meme. I'll say simple, but it's because we've been doing this a while. I'll make a meme and I'll throw it to you guys at Bitcoin Magazine, and we'll get a 2K banger. But then I read this article that is just phenomenal, and to see that it only gets like 142 likes on Twitter, I'm like, this isn't right.
Yeah, but it is right, because market's clear, number one, and a meme distills information. Like you guys said earlier, a picture, is better than 1,000 words. I mean, like, hats off to the big thinkers and the plebs submitting articles. They're fucking awesome. Keep sending them. But we also need the memes, because different people take information different ways. So there's going to be an audience that their entry point is going to be a fucking meme, and that's going to be a great thing. But then you got some other big brain that, they might have an article sent to them by someone that they care about their opinion, and that might be the entry point. So memes and ideas, we're spreading them in many different ways, and you guys just happen to be assassins at the internet meme.
Oh man, and especially when someone gets out of line. We're part of that Cyber Hornet team that we could pop out memes. Like when certain big names, about a year ago started showing interest in shit coins and stuff. Man, the Hornets came out and us memers came out. It was was a good time to go to battle, especially in a bear market. And I mean, not to necessarily bring back Parabolic Bart, but he's got a point there too, right? The bear market was more interesting because even us memers were more about either squashing no coiners' bad takes or shit coiners, but we're also about getting the information out there. Where now in a bull market, unfortunately, a lot of it is like, oh, this billionaire is buying Bitcoin now, you know? And he does have a small point to a little bit of the intellectual memeing. He gets a little bit of the juice gets pulled out in a massive bull market. So, I mean, I see both sides of the argument. That's why I didn't really go too hard after him. Yeah, because I definitely see both sides.
What do you guys think will be the next big battleground for ideas? I kind of feel like there's one kind of playing out right now. But I'd
Are you talking about mining?
Yeah, I think mining and energy.
Yeah, I
can't wait.
I really enjoy all the discussions that are happening right now around this. You know, I was listening to Rabbit Hole Recap today, and their thoughts on all of the noise that's happening. And like, I agree with the idea that this is, at the end of the day, it's good that that there's so much FUD being thrown at this again on a much bigger stage. And what's going to happen is that all that's going to happen is a bunch of people are going to explain what the reality is. Somebody posted earlier today that video of Nick Carter discussing all of the reasons why Bitcoin helps with finding low cost energy in places that don't have a way to use all that excess energy in the first place. All that's great. I mean, bring it out. I wasn't too much of a fan of Sailor's post about what felt like a centralized conversation around mining in the first place, because that really, like, that could be a really bad outcome. But I don't think they've got enough time to control it before mass adoption continues to happen. I mine in my basement myself, and I'm really hoping that a lot of people take on that approach, and that I'm hoping that there are easier ways to mine for the masses in a way that, like, somebody buying a new water heater will have like an ASIC built into it or something like that, whatever. Like, my hope is that there's going to be there's going to be more decentralized mining that way for the masses.
There's been a couple of interesting things on this, right? I mean, if you look at it from the perspective of the lifespan of Bitcoin, everybody knows about the FUD dice, right? And the way I think about the FUD dice is that it's more like that perpetual ever-spin totem from Inception that just keeps coming back to life and making you wonder what fucking year you're in, because you're hearing the same FUD being reborn. But it's getting bigger and more powerful, and the voices that are airing this FUD bullshit are getting bigger and more widespread and arguably more powerful. But think about it this way, right? 160,000 terawatts of annual electricity is created every year, and 120 terawatt hours of that energy is used by the Bitcoin network, which is 0.00075% of all the power that we generate. It's absolutely fucking nothing, right? So why is there so much attention being thrown at this? And a great quote I heard today was that the Bitcoin energy FUD is not about energy, it's about power. Bitcoin represents this outsized threat to the power, the established power, right? So they're gonna just keep throwing FUD at anything about Bitcoin that they can, and hoping that shit sticks somewhere. So the next battleground is going to be whatever battleground the political establishment is fighting on, whether it's equality, whether it's fiat or USD collapse, inflation, etc. You're going to see Bitcoin being wheeled out as the bogeyman for that.
The beautiful thing about it, though, is that this is where the have fun staying poor meme comes back into place, is that at least when it comes to energy production, this is where it becomes increasingly obvious to anyone and everyone that the politicians want you to have fun staying poor and that Bitcoiners want you to be rich and wealthy. And it just smacks you in the face. And any energy facility that does not adopt Bitcoin mining is going to get wrecked. Like, they literally will not be able to compete. It's going to be such a beautiful cleansing. It's going to be, I can't wait. It's just reality brushing up against fiat bullshit. It's so
How can
fucking
you in the last like months where that spaces thing happened in opened in Twitter? I've been talking with Tarantula a lot on Twitter.
so
And
I love that guy.
Yeah, dude. Like, how do you stop that kind of freedom? Like, the guy loads his truck with miners. He goes on spot in remote places in the forest, and he finds whales, and he on the spot mines Bitcoin using that excess wasted energy right there in the spot, and then he just leaves a week later. How do you combat that kind of freedom for the individual? And yeah, as you all said, it's gonna be awesome to see that kind of freedom being used by even like from bigger companies. It's gonna be awesome, man.
I think the energy fad winds me up the most. It's just like one of the worst takes. I think I don't know whether I need to be angry when I'm memeing it or whether I need to chill out a bit, but it really, really makes me angry, the energy fud. It's just
so
such
easy
a bad take.
to FUD.
Yeah.
RD. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like, that's why it hurts me, because I don't have the fucking stat book in my back pocket to throw back at them. So that's why it is helpful to have, a meme to just throw back at the fucking idiots. But I feel like it is like one of the most nefarious ones out there, because it's like they're putting morality on energy usage, and like, go fuck yourself. I mean, I feel triggered as well whenever I see that bullshit.
If you followed the ECB, the European Central Bank, and the World Economic Forum for a while, you've noticed that they've been talking about climate change for quite a while. And I've always been wondering, why is the ECB so caught up on climate change, and that they hold the responsibility for climate change while they're a freaking central bank, right? So I don't know if it's like a conspiracy theory or whatever, but I think it's kind of a coincidence that this seems to be playing right into their cards, as if
they've thought about this for a long fucking time, man. This goes back to like the Club of Rome back in the 1970s and prior to that. I mean, we don't need to kind of get into the origins of it, but irrespective of whether your views are that climate change is a man-made phenomenon or a natural phenomenon, and whatever it may cause the weather to change and the climate to change, you can take to the bank one certain fucking thing. These people are absolutely exploiting and gaming it, and will do fuck all that's meaningful to remedying it. The reason why the likes of the ECB are getting involved is because they want to put carbon tariffs on fucking everything. This is, and when you think about where things are going from a central bank digital currency perspective, and what we have now is in terms of precedents around lockdowns, you're going to see climate change driven lockdowns coming within the next couple of years, unless people start fucking pushing back on it. So if you want to talk about the battlegrounds, and this is why, I've got a pretty varied list of people that follow me on Twitter. I know that a lot of the people that do follow me aren't Bitcoiners, right? Because I speak out about various things, not just Bitcoin. If you want to pick, battlegrounds, Bitcoin doesn't give a shit. Honey Badger don't give a fuck. She's just going to keep churning out the blocks every 10 minutes or so. The real battlegrounds are where your rights are being attacked. That's where you need to speak out, right? Because it's all well and good to think that, you know, number will eventually go up and you'll be pretty comfortable. But the world that they are trying to push us towards is a fucking collectivist hellscape. So, you know, speak out if you're feeling it and you have the agency to do so. Then push back on these fuckers. You know, I do. I'm blocked by the likes of the World Economic Forum now, but push back, give them hell, change the narrative. You know, get in their faces.
Change
and don't
the
make the
narrative.
job easy for them. Yeah.
We need to get better at changing the narrative, especially against the climate thing. Like I've been really like, look, we've been on fiat this whole time. The world is burning on fiat. We're banking less than 80%, less than 20% of the world. And we're doing that while destroying the planet on fiat. Why are we defending that shit? I want to pass it to someone else. Pass it to Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you look at the way it's going right now with inflation and where the bond market's headed, it doesn't even matter. A change has to come one way or another. And so I think that's what Bitcoin is. It's that change that is inevitable. There will be battles fought in everything that's ever been inevitable. There's always been battles fought, but fiat's going away, and because it's killing itself, and it's just mathematically proven that it's spiraling. And you know, you can't even cover the interest on all those sovereign debt bonds. These countries can't pay it. So eventually they're just gonna, I mean, right now we see it, they don't think they're spending enough. Janet Yellen just came out and thought that they were doing, 2008 spending instead of 2021 spending. So it's like, how much more spending do they need until they realize that it's the system that's messed up? And that's what Jeff Booth has been talking about a lot. We're trying to constantly expand and expand. And how are you gonna, if climate change is as real as what everyone thinks it is, how are you going to solve that with an inflationary currency, an inflationary monetary policy? You're not going to solve it that way. You're going to have to submit to the deflationary world that we live in, and then combine that with a deflationary currency or disinflationary, which eventually turns deflationary.
What Sean's talking about is exactly why it's so hard to orange pill people sometimes, because and why memes are so great, because if you try to do it where you take that statement or like Jeff Booth's book and say, here, read this, like there's a really low likelihood that they're going to read it. And if you try to condense it down to them and say, the petrodollar is evil and backed by Saudi Arabian oil, then you sound like a conspiracy theorist. There's nowhere to go, right? Like there's no middle ground for that. So but like memes sometimes can help fix that. So that's why I personally really like the meme format.
I love it. It's dense. Picture says 1,000 words. Greg, are you ready to join us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh shit! What's up, girl?
Oh, hey, why don't you introduce yourself? You're a favorite idiot. I know you're going to be taking over the Bitcoin 2021 handle for the conference next week.
Oh shit!
And he's gone.
That is a bad idea. I don't know whose decision that was.
I called him our favorite idiot. He's already logged in. That was my decision.
Hold on, he wants back in.
I'll take it all. I'll take all the heat. Careforce can take the heat secondarily, but I think
Greg's in the car driving, so just deal with it.
Hey, heads up for everyone too. His blinker is loud as fuck, so be prepared for that. There he is. Greg, introduce yourself, brother.
Don't ask him any more questions.
Fuck you, Greg.
Fucking with you. Greg's Edge here. How's everybody doing? I've been listening, and you motherfuckers are motherfucking me.
Greg, why are you gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta mind fiat. I can't just do whatever I want. I'm not chair force with 2 Keurigs.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, Greg.
I'm rich. I got 2 Keurigs, bitch. Get on my
You
level.
got 2 Keurigs. I have 1. I got 1 Keurig. And it makes 4 cups of coffee before I have to fill it up. It's a pain in the ass because I drink like 10 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah, and you eat like 4 Twinkies a day too.
That's a low ball count, and you know it.
So Greg, we're talking about the power of memes. Memes condensing deep Bitcoin information.
Yeah, I talked with MTC about this not too long ago. 21 isn't. My view on memes is that they're a super important part of the arsenal against narrative. I mean, narrative is the biggest weapon the fiat economy uses, right? So like they control all the fucking channels where news is spewed. So, we're left with not much. We got what? Sphinx chat, a little bit of Twitter. If we're going to deliver a message that kills the narrative, you got to do it in such a small amount of space. I mean, you got to condense all that information into something quickly consumable by whoever is looking at your meme or reading your meme, and it's got to hit hard. I mean, that's why I put so many dicks in mine. I like hitting hard, but I forget where I was going with this. But fuck fiat narratives. Bitcoin memes are really the best weapon we have to disarm them.
My favorite meme is the bell curve meme.
Yes.
Yeah. Yellow just had a good one up. Throw it
Yeah,
back
he
up,
did.
Yellow. There it is. That was quick. Damn.
I think we're all on
Accurate.
the left.
Yellow,
I-
you better spend the next week shitting on all of them.
I can't wait, man, for them to start tweeting from that account. It's gonna be hilarious.
The Bitcoin conference handle is fucked.
Yes.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Yes, it is.
And I'm really jealous of you fuckers that are gonna attend the conference. I wish I could attend, but like 1 month of quarantine back and forth from the States. Yeah, no, thank you.
Have fun saying poor.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
drive over there with me. I'll drive you.
I'll be in a Greek island, man. I won't be that like I won't be that depressed.
Take the catamaran, Yellow. You have
Yeah.
a catamaran.
It's gonna be bad, and when Greg invariably makes a huge embarrassment, just know it's my fault.
I'll raise the back to CK.
First this week, I heard, "Look, Greg, I'm really trusting you here. Please don't." Don't fuck this up. Sorry, guys. So sorry.
It's gonna be a great time. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a magical evening. 2 evenings.
2 evenings.
Don't make me change the password, Greg.
Wait, what? What do you say about Megan McCain being a bachelor?
So are you guys gonna do the video thing? What is Craig gonna do? Like corresponding from the crowd? What is he gonna do?
First off, who's Craig?
Fuck you. Potato. Answer the question, you potato.
Why are you Greg?
What? How am I, Greg?
Can we tell them why Yellow calls you a potato?
Absolutely.
That's my so we've got our little chat group on Twitter, which is about as lit as it gets on occasion.
It also doesn't exist.
There was this one moment when it was particularly lit, and one of us said that we should bring Sailor into the chat, and fucking Greg did it. Greg added Michael Saylor to our chat room.
Michael Saylor was part of the meme factory for a small part of time.
For like 5 minutes.
For about 45 seconds.
Marcus posted in there, "We are now complete." I completely abandoned the chat because I shit myself. I jump over to Telegram and start telling Greg, get him out of the chat room. and then Greg boots him, of course.
No, that's not the funny part. That's not the funny part. The funny part is that after he kicked him out from the chat, he kicked out Sailor. He messaged him, he DM'd him, and he said, "Sorry, I kicked you out because I didn't get consensus for the guy."
Not sure you're toxic enough for this group, Sailor.
Yeah, well, dude, I was laughing for hours, man. Like that fucking idiot. Like I love him.
And then Yellow dubbed Greg the potato. From henceforth, Greg is a potato. Meme tards, run with it.
I thought it was his shape and size.
That's a Twinkie.
With friends like you, who needs enemies?
Yeah, the reverse is true, Greg. Fuck you.
I'm a special kind of stupid. What can I say?
Yes, we know.
So
I can't wait to have your stupid on our fleets.
Let's not say about what happened on the strikes Slack room. Like, let's leave it out.
Well, now we're curious.
I'm not gonna mention anything. What happened
why
like,
bring
the
it
last
up?
week? Nah.
Did y'all scare Jack Mallers?
HR.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so look, let's pivot
Teasers.
real quick. Let's talk about the fucking Cyber Hornets. Last week, I thought, or in the past 2 weeks, it has been so fucking awesome to see Elon get humbled. I mean, how fucking good does it feel to just be able to dunk on this asshole?
Bitcoiners aren't scared of billionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you just the same, especially if you're going to say some uneducated bullshit. We'll take you on. We'll let you know quick. Because that's the thing, too. You look at Doge, for example. Elon practically walks on water to them, right? Where we take our heroes and we'll take them with a grain of salt, but you even remotely push the envelope in a direction we don't like, we're going to tell you to get fucked real quick. And that's the memers, and that's our regular Cyber Hornets. Fucking love it. I love the alpha mentality. I mean, just for me to pivot a little bit too, if you look at the shit corner culture, you know, it's about feelings. They want to be nice to each other. Bitcoiners are so toxic. You know, they're so mean. I don't want Bitcoin because these guys are rude assholes. You know, fuck you. Like we've already said in this conversation, Bitcoin doesn't need you, and we definitely don't need your feelings. So get fucked. All right, I'm done.
Get fucked. But seriously, like Bitcoin doesn't need anyone. So if you're gonna bullshit, fuck you.
Bitcoin's bigger than anyone.
I had a lot of fun with Elon for sure. I made this meme where I'm like firing off these FUD rockets, right? I'm just blowing up people, and Elon and his Doge dog and his Cybertruck was one of them, getting a rocket and blowing up. And then to have Adam Back take that meme and like tweet it at Elon twice. That's just beautiful, right? And it's like, yeah, it communicates that. It's literally his words were haha, boom, you know, to Elon. Man, I was so stoked that day. It was funny. But, you know, to come back to a point, right? I've had some people in real life, let's say they know this Twitter handle and they look at my memes and they're like, oh man, you're so toxic. You're blowing people up, you know, like, why are you so mean to other people, right? And I've been getting that a lot lately. Also, my sister, she joined Twitter and she left really quick, you know, she's like, whoa, this is definitely not for me. It's such like a male, alpha male. So yeah, I'm curious to see like if you guys got that as well, and like what's your stance on that?
I think it's the old saying that you don't change Bitcoin, but Bitcoin changes you. And I think that's the gist of when people think that we're being toxic, we're just letting them know if you're gonna come and try to change it, it's not gonna happen. So you can try all you can, Elon can try all he can, anyone can come and try to change up the rules. Roger Ver tried to do it, you know, everyone's trying to do that. And so the sooner that they learn that they can't change it, but they need to figure out what it is and then go down the rabbit hole, then it makes it a lot easier to understand Bitcoin. But if you try to keep changing it and, oh, this is how it needs to be better, this is how the energy needs to change, and you repeat all this FUD that's, you know, it's not even thought out all the way, then we're gonna get you because you're not doing your homework. And that's what we're here for.
Like that one meme that's as simple as, I just found out about Bitcoin and I'm here to fix it. You know, like, no, sit down, do your homework and listen to the brains that have been here for a while. Then come with your opinion. Until then, shut the fuck up.
The other part of this is that maybe they actually do really want us to have fun staying poor. And when you bear in mind that there has been such a big push to establish in the minds of the masses that climate change is real and it's caused by man, then if you can attach a new phenomenon like Bitcoin to this scourge of anthropogenic global warming theory, whether it's right or wrong, if you've got the ear of most people, then they're going to buy it, and they're going to look away. They're going to not go down that route. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. It's steering people away from it. And that's the power of the mass media. That's the danger of centralized control of institutions like the media. Because with very little effort, you can influence a huge amount of people. And I think this comes back to the point at the start about why we meme. If you can carry a really effective bit of information in a meme, then you're doing it to change and nudge the narrative towards what you think is true and right and good, which is Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. What I was gonna say is that, like, the way I look at it as well. I mean, I have in my bio it says like logging stuff. What I also like do for the memes is like I just open up Twitter and just see what the conversation is about, who's mad at who, or who's spreading FUD, or what's just the funny thing that's really noticeable, and you just try to capture that in something recognizable. And then if it's recognizable, it will usually just people will pick up on that. And so a lot of times I also just look at it like, okay, you're basically presenting like a mirror to what's going on, right? It's not always about maybe changing the narrative, but also just like showing, so just holding up that mirror. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Cheer force.
Bitcoin is a mirror. 100%.
Also a door.
What do you mean by that?
Or a boot.
An escape door.
Yeah.
Potato.
So I, since what Microchat was saying about, media controlling the narrative, and that's how we're fighting back. I feel like Bitcoin is the ultimate weapon to fight back because, well, number one, they can't control it. Obviously, we all know that. But the longer they hold out with NGU technology, I mean, like, the more fucking poor they're going to be. And I mean, it's a beautiful positive feedback loop, Bitcoin, because there's enough smart people out there that are going to be sick of the fucking bullshit and not like being held within shackles to the fiat system that are going to adopt Bitcoin. And the number's going to continue to go up, and they can't fucking stop the narrative. And like Bitcoiners memeing, frontlining, ethically trolling in the ECB and World Health Organization and all these other three-letter organizations, like, fuck them all. Like, Bitcoiners are everywhere. We're everyone. And our memes are right. And
you're right, Joe. But here's the thing for me, which I find sickening. These people are stacking. These institutions that we know hate Bitcoin at an institutional level are owned and operated by people who will be stacking individually. Not everyone, but I know that there are people within these institutions that we would be that are anathema to Bitcoin, who are stacking personally.
Yeah, like Jamie Dimon.
Yeah, all those people.
Right.
Scotty Minner did it from Guggenheim, right? He came out and said that Bitcoin was going to be $300,000 by the end of the year, and then like it was January, he couldn't buy it until February, and then he came back and said, "Oh, it's only going to get to $20,000 this year. It's going to go down." Then they bought, and then he came back out and was like, "Oh, it's going to go to $500,000-$600,000." So
Yeah.
Can I just throw out that Bitcoin is for enemies? You can't stop someone from using Bitcoin in a way that you don't like them to use it, and that's the whole fucking point. And the fact that they're stacking, it's like what Alex Gladstein wrote in the first article he dropped with Bitcoin Magazine, which is that Bitcoin is a Trojan horse for freedom. Like they will adopt it because it is immediately beneficial to them.
Yes.
But them adopting it ultimately destroys their seniorage, their great privilege.
But they will, to a certain extent, be protected individually, and I agree with you. It is for enemies, right? It's a phenomenal feature of it that you can't stop people having it, right? Who want it, but it's that they're speaking with forked tongue, and it's the people that listen to them, the people that got educated, the people who were, spent 12 years in institutional schooling, who don't think, and disadvantaged people who just listen and do what they're told. They're being misdirected by these people, and that's the sad part of it. But you do what you can.
I just can't wait for one of these big institutions, and I don't hope for anything bad to happen to any one organization, but one of these big fucking banks, they're going to slip up on custody or something, and someone is going to walk away with the fucking keys to the castle, and it's going to be incredibly fulfilling to see someone get wrecked like that on some grand level. Happens every cycle.
God, there's going to be so many celebrities that just destroy their reputation. And like, honestly, there's going to be so many sheeple that learn that celebrities don't know what's up. Like, this is a reckoning that must happen.
How are they going to destroy their reputation?
So there's going to be like models. Every model is like showing like the worst shit coin that some DJ paid them to show, right?
Yeah, like Lindsay Lohan a few months ago.
Whatever.
Yeah, but is anyone actually going to give a fuck though? I mean, like normies tend to not give a fuck.
On the marginal level, people will be waking up like, wait, they fucked me. Like what they said is
that's
not
the narrative.
real.
Yeah.
Like, so it's happening on the margins. So whatever, like, let's say they get away with it 80%, still 20% of people like woke up. They lost 20% of their let's just call it social capital. And I love the article, the very first article Bitcoin Magazine dropped in response to Elon Musk, which was that Elon's FUD is bad for Tesla, not Bitcoin, because ultimately it burned his reputation. And I can't tell you how many normie friends who, buy Bitcoin because I told them to, texted me like, fuck Elon. Like normally they'd be like, oh, dude, Bitcoin, like what the fuck? No, they're like, fuck Elon for manipulating markets. Like that's unethical. Like, so he's burning his reputation. And like Bitcoin is like, it's like this mirror, which just reflects on people how bad they are and based on how they like treat it. And like, it really is like this thing that's just waking the world up.
That's exactly correct, because even like a day after the whole meltdown he had on Twitter, you could see even from like normie meme forums that everybody were against Elon. Not only Bitcoiners, they were like swearing at the guy. They hated the guy because like, and you could see how he tweeted afterwards that he didn't expect that boomerang effect in his whole tweet storm he did, right? Because I think he's not used not being the champion of the people. So for the first time, he came in a space with his ego, and his ego got trampled. So he's not used to not being like the most popular kid in the room. So you could see it when he had the back and forth with Michael Saylor. He afterwards, like a half hour later, he he went on and deleted that tweet. Like I never seen him deleted that tweet because he got arrested by Sailor. Like I never seen him does that. So that was enjoyable. That was enjoyable. That
It's fascinating to watch.
yeah, yeah.
People learning in
Played-
public.
Yeah. Some people thought he was just trolling, but that proved that he wasn't. Bruised the ego.
I mean, everyone thinks that all of these guys are playing like 4D chess, and the reality is like, look, they're intelligent, but at the same time, there is like circles of competency, and the reality is that no one understands Bitcoin more than Bitcoiners. So there's this thing called Mount Stupid, which is where you feel confident about what you know, but really the amount of what you know is very little compared to, let's say, experts, aka idiots who are addicted to Twitter and only listen to Bitcoin podcasts in every waking moment of their life, aka every Bitcoin meme tard on the internet. So 5 million follower person sitting on Mount Stupid getting dunked on by every meme tard on the left side of the spectrum. Like, it is truly a humbling experience to realize that you are on Mount Stupid, especially when you're Elon Musk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's always the smartest and richest guy. And he's getting fucking dunked on by
the left side of the curve.
I know the
Not
left.
even- and then Michael Saylor's the one guy on the right side. He was like, by the
He's
way,
in close.
here's my eloquent response.
The question, the funny thing is, even suppose if Elon is playing some 4D chess, right? He's trading it, he sells it, you know, and then he's gonna tweet something bad, tweet some FUD out, and then he buys it back low. Well, one day the markets are gonna be numb to his tweets and numb to his voice. So one day, if he's still doing this, he's gonna screw himself over doing it. So it's not like you can't keep doing this same thing over and over again. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Eventually, people just aren't going to listen anymore.
Fuck yeah, that's a great point.
Facts.
Elon's FUD is bad for Tesla, not Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It just hardens Bitcoin even more.
How do you guys see the whole mining council thing?
It's an attack, in my opinion, either a narrative attack or a actual attack.
Yeah, I think yesterday I was Nick Carter's Spaces, and all the people there actually some executives from those mining companies came in also, and they pretty much downplayed it, the whole thing. But yeah, man, like I agree with you. For me, it's not. It wasn't like the best outcome. Like I think it was a kind of rushed. There was no point to do it just to make to ease Elon's concerns, and basically like why they did it. Did they did it for like having a 24-hour positive news cycle and stop the FUD? And I don't know, man. I don't see the point to it, to be honest. I don't know, you guys. What do you think?
Just
Well,
be
when
ready
did-
and have those nodes running just in case.
Share force.
Well, I was just gonna say, what's funny to me is Elon never cared to give two shits about the environmental cost of Bitcoin until Tesla held some, and then the FUDsters were able to find the hypocrisy in that because like, oh, green Tesla, you know, if anyone does research, Tesla's not green. The green Tesla now owns Bitcoin, the most ungreen, blah blah blah, whatever. So basically, called Elon a hypocrite. So he just gave in to the FUDsters as well. But we also know that government could have been leaning on him as well, because he's only profitable because he gets kickbacks. And if the wallet from the money printer who gives him kickbacks says, "Hey, you're a little too pro green, too pro Bitcoin for our liking. You need to, you know, get it more environmentally friendly or blah blah blah, or we're taking our money." You know, who knows? There's probably so many layers of bullshit.
And
even
they,
if-
and they're gonna call us conspiracy theorists when we point out that I think a month ago one of the biggest buyers of carbon credits from Tesla announced that they won't be buying any more Tesla carbon credits, and then the problem of Bitcoin not being environmentally friendly happened. From Elon, basically, it started. So, and then after that problem, like a solution appeared out of nowhere.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think whoever is listening is smart, and they can basically do the 1+1 thing. So
Yeah. But somebody
Yeah,
somebody did point out that, there's probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of closed door Bitcoin meetings that we never hear anything about. So I think the fact that Sailor was transparent about it, I'm just still going to give him the benefit of the doubt that I don't believe that right now they're trying to make any drastic changes or centralization. They're just having the conversation of how can we move forward with greener options. I don't think they do know yet that the free market will do it on its own. But I would prefer transparency, and then we could attack them a little bit, than if they're really trying to do something behind closed doors. So again, due to the transparency, I'm giving a little benefit of the doubt, but I don't know shit either. So they could be totally malicious.
I hear you. I hear you, and I think it was made with good intent, but in the end, it is a compromise. And for me, if it's not an important compromise, if it's not an important in general, why do it? And if it is important, um, who the fuck are those guys that made it for us, basically? So that's my thinking. I don't know.
yeah. Usually it's always people who have an agenda who will make the narrative. What this energy talk really reminds me of is well, first of all, of how little I knew about the whole energy thing, just like how little I knew of financial markets until I got into Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin has taught me so much, right? I mean, who knew what rehypothecation was? Who knew what contango was, right? But just by discussing it all, we learned so much. Now we're diving into this whole energy thing. So there's another whole rabbit hole opening up right here. And it kind of reminds me of inflation, how inflation is such a bad metric and how it's constantly being manipulated, right? What is inflation? What do they put into the inflation metric? What don't they put into it? Then you look at, okay, prices, but it's not only prices, but look at the product as well. You see like a Mars bar getting smaller every year, even though the price is staying the same. So there's so many ways of defining stuff. And when you look at energy as well, it's like, what is green energy? If you look at Tesla, somebody put that into a really green classification. Well, all right, this battery technology is completely not green. And one of the best memes, just to throw it back at a meme again, is this Tesla driving with this diesel generator behind it, powering it, right? And this diesel generator is just pushing out all this black smoke, because we say, oh, Tesla is green because it has zero emissions. It uses electricity. There's no carbon footprint there. Yeah, but where's the electricity coming from? And why does Bitcoin have to answer to this as well? Because Bitcoin is green as well. There's zero emissions. It uses electricity, but for some reason, people translate that back to what the carbon footprint of that is. And yeah, that doesn't matter if you
they
compare
don't even
apples to
translate
apples.
it they don't even translate it to the carbon footprint. They just the base of assumption is that Bitcoin has no use case, therefore any electricity for it is too much.
Right,
They don't compare it to anything. It's just they use it a lot. Oh, it's bad for the environment. Like Bitcoin's useless, therefore it's bad for the environment because all the electricity is a waste. But I personally think, like, I kind of overheard a little bit of what Chairforce was saying. Like the thing that Michael Saylor fucked up on was even saying that we need this, because the reality is we need to be going on the offensive. We need to go and tell these fiat fuckers that they're destroying the environment, that they've been in charge the whole time, that they've not even banked 20% of the world population. Meanwhile, having wars, destroying families, like all of this shit, strip mining the earth just to maintain their system. Fuck them. Like, the pot calling the kettle black. It's like the corroded fucking handle of a 1,000-year-old pot calling a shiny fucking stainless steel, beautiful pan black. Like it's not even comparable. So we need to just completely not accept the narrative whatsoever.
So what the fuck is that meme, CK?
We
got
just
some
need to tell
memers. How do we fucking distill that into a meme?
It's just like, fuck you. You're destroying the environment. Bitcoin's just gotten started and we're using 0.0001% of the total electricity Like, fuck you. Like, you're destroying the environment. You want to tell us not to innovate because you're scared.
You're absolutely right, CK.
Like,
Unfortunately, the meme tards are memeing Greg into a potato right now.
Yeah, we're busy, CK. So
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. Keep it up. I love it.
We're trying to save the planet here, meme tards. Meanwhile, you're messing with
Fuck
potato.
the planet. The planet is fine for millennia now. Greg on potato. Do him potato.
Hey, how much carbon dioxide is generated every time you make a potato meme? That's the question.
I think Greg generates more methane gas while he memes than
at least 4 cows.
Gotta plug a miner.
All right, but CK, to come back to your point, because I completely agree, and you're actually like pumping me up, right? Because this is like, we're always looking for like a target that we can destroy basically with the memes, right? Like the cyber hornets want to sting. But who are we targeting here? I mean, you're constantly saying they and the fiat system, right? But who are we targeting? It's like
energy lobby and central banks. It's like two in the same.
So who is that? Who do we tag?
So it needs to be an organization. Do you think?
Dude, every environmentalist, dude. Every single environmentalist is defending the fiat status quo.
Pronouns.
I like what Andy Edstrom said. I think it was on his podcast with Princey, in that we don't get to a sustainable economy or a sustainable planet without Bitcoin. And Marty Ben, yeah, what's that?
We already know the end result of the fiat economy. It's where we're at right now. We're here. Welcome. It's 20% of the planet banked. The entire planet fucked.
Yeah.
Like way more than the Bitcoin network. Like 50, I don't know, some enormous amount of the world's energy going towards the U.S. military and the banking system.
It's housing costs not being included in inflation metrics. I mean, that's got to be the craziest thing, that people just accept that, right? That there's all these different things that are very obviously inflating in price because there's so much dollars that rich people are pouring into like housing or whatever, and they're not even including that into the bucket. And if you talk about this, you're the extremist, right? Like that's the craziest thing on the planet. I'm the extremist because I'm trying to tell you that there is way more inflation than what they're willing to tell you about. And yeah.
25% of apartments in New York empty. Wow. That's extreme.
It's not that cool there.
I mean, it's like ridiculous, and people can't afford to live there.
Yeah, my normie coworkers were just talking about how cool it is. You could go to Times Square and there's not a ton of people and stuff. I'm just like, yeah, and you're way more likely to get shot than you were 2 years ago too. So have fun looking over your shoulder.
New York would be so much better if like people could actually afford to live and work there without
open
like
carry.
every apartment being a store of value. Like it's just like all of these major cities have gotten fucked. And then you need people commuting in hours and hours just to like supply work, to supply labor. It just, something is off. But we're extreme because we want to use 0.001% of the energy. The waste, like less than 0.25% of the wasted energy, per Michael Saylor's beautiful interview quote, of the wasted energy in order to supply a monetary system for the whole world.
White Claw is my favorite CK.
Huh?
White Claw CK is my favorite CK.
Dude, blueberry and strawberry White Claw, man.
I haven't tried those two. I like the lime, but I haven't tried those. Hey, in Miami, I'm gonna try those with you, CK.
Dude, White Claws only. Vake will not accept anything other. He'll be like, you're the fake if I'm not drinking White Claws.
I like the alt claws myself.
Fuck you. I used to be an alt clawer too, but I had to go through a journey, and White Claw is the one and only original.
I'm the alt claw maxi.
Disgusting.
I'm a White Claw virgin. I've never had one.
Come stateside.
I don't know what's worse, being a B casher of seltzer or being a no coiner of seltzer.
Well, are these seltzer drinks? Have they made it to Europe, boys?
Yeah, I've got some White Claws in the fridge.
Oh, okay, good.
Got some Topo Chicos. I've got to say,
So,
out the two,
yeah, I
the-
remember when the White Claws hit the market, it was being memed real quick that I was white trashy, this, that, and the other, and I never had them. And then when I went home to Arizona last month, I had the first one. I was like, this is fabulous.
Well, the thing is like I've become known for White Claw because last summer I already gone through my journey of, oh, White Claw is a bitch drink, to, oh, okay, I get it. Like White Claw is like a LaCroix that is alcoholic, which is actually awesome because I love LaCroix. So I realized that it was something worth getting behind, like, and that was underrated. So I just doubled down on White Claw every moment I could. And eventually everyone just got it. Like, yeah, White Claw's fucking awesome. Like, okay, you know, if you hate beer and you only drink scotch, like,
So
okay,
brave.
you're gonna fucking hate White Claw. But outside of that, like, it's pretty much a basic ass drink that anyone can drink.
Do you have
So,
are you
can't go
part of,
wrong.
are you part of White Claw Twitter with another account?
No, but I am the Claw
You could
Lord.
probably be a White Claw meme lord just from that speech I just
Is it
had.
is it like soda with alcohol basically? What is it?
Yeah,
Sparkling
like
water.
it's a
exactly
soda,
what it is.
no sugar, and then alcohol.
It's like
Okay.
the worst vodka and water you've ever had.
Sparkling flavor,
But it's
sparkling
not
water.
even vodka water.
I use it for cleaning the deck in my garden.
Hard seltzer is made using a blend of seltzer water or gluten-free alcohol base and a hint of
No,
fruit flavor with 95 calories and
It's very
4.5% alcohol.
Pedro, you have to read that for all of us.
I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Read it nice and slow, boy.
I don't have the copy in front of me, but
Look it up. Send
I'll
it to
record
Marcus.
some. I'll DM you a copy of that, Labra.
Oh yeah, thank you.
They call it brew pure.
Yeah, Pedro.
There you go, Pedro.
See Chair Force's
Read
picture.
that.
Read it.
Everybody shut the fuck out. Go ahead, Pedro.
Straddle your speakers, ladies. Crafted using our own unique brew pure process and only the finest flavors to deliver a surge of pure refreshment and hard seltzer like no other White Claw hard seltzer made pure.
Let's
Oh
go.
my god.
The White
I'm
Claw
wet.
is like no
Awesome,
other
Mark.
White Claw. Everyone.
I think the stock of White Claw just like went 10% up.
I'm checking the price right now.
What are we talking about next?
It's a pump and dump. It's a pump and dump.
Hey, we only got 15 more minutes. I mean, if we could keep talking about stupid shit, I'm down for that. Unless you guys want some more
please.
serious Bitcoin talk.
How did you come up with the chair force little character?
Well, I mean, honey badger, obviously.
Is that a honey
And-
badger? Okay, excellent.
And then
Looks like a little bit of like I don't know, retarded. What is that? What am I trying to figure
that's
out?
called the
Skunk.
mirror, Joe.
Is it a retarded honey badger?
So I'm an Air Force veteran, and one of the other services, they call us chair force, to poke fun, because while they're kicking down doors and all they joke that we're always sitting in a chair somewhere. So I embraced that. My first account before it got nuked, because I photoshopped Jism on an ETH head's face. And then I also was telling old Sean here in chat, fuck you, Sean, like 42 times in one day. So that's when the first chair force hodl lost it. But anyway, yeah, so I embraced the whole chair force thing and then threw a honey badger on there. And funny enough is the 4-star general that I used here for the body, I actually met in person and he gave me a coin. So if anyone knows military culture, that's kind of a big deal to get coined by a 4-star general. So yeah, so that's how I came up with my old chair force.
A fucking real shit coin, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm a real shitcoin avatar.
I always thought it because
It's chain force.
you were selling all your chairs and you were in the Air Force.
Yeah, and that happened a lot. Is a lot of people when the Pure thing came on board, they thought that my chair force was about that. And I was like, no, I was doing the shit first, motherfucker. But that was back when I had 300 followers. Me and Zaj both. Zaj blew up fast. Fuck, I think I even remember RD having less than 1K. Shit happens fast.
Yo, RD, how's it feel to be a meme lord?
The same, man. I don't know. Like just like my follower account's just gone parabolic. I don't know why. Like, I'm just out here shit posting, having fun. It's cool, man. And these guys, it's just great hanging out with them. Just love it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's. Oh, go ahead.
Go for it.
I was just gonna say, I think that's the best part too, and I hope everyone finds a little group like this within this subculture that is Bitcoin. Is because I know I have a serious job, and I'm sure a lot of my boys do too. And just to hit the Bitcoin space, and all we do with each other is just laugh. I mean, if you guys could see the internal memes we have on each other, you know, like the whole Greg Twinkie thing, you know, all that stuff stems from, you know, us internally clowning on each other. And some of it, the fuck you, Greg, you know, it snowballs out into regular Twitter. And it's a good time. So I'm just saying, find your people within the subculture that is Bitcoin that make you laugh and have a good time. Because even if you get like political Twitter and stuff, you could go crazy if you dwell too much on that stuff. Just find your people that can make you laugh, and it makes it so much more enjoyable. And that's what these boys here are to me, and I fucking love them for that.
Yeah. And on top of that,
Amen.
I would say don't be shy. Like, try connect with people. Even you're gonna make yourself a fool. Like get in the spaces, ask for the mic, discuss, interact with people. Like, in the end, I think you're gonna find similar minded people, and you're gonna build your own little community, and it's gonna make for sure the bear market better. I can tell you that. Not that we
The bear market is awesome. To be honest,
Yeah.
like the first bull market I was in, I was a newbie. So it felt great. And then like I was like, oh, the bear market is hard. But honestly, the bear market is great because everyone is real. Like it kind of burns out all the bullshit. And like now that I'm back into the bull market, I'm like, man, there's so much bullshit. There's so much newbie ignorance. There's so much Mount Stupid. I just
Yeah, but
I'm ready for the bear
you
market.
forget that in the bear market, all the traditional financial economists say that Bitcoin's dead 24/7, and that's almost more annoying. I don't know which one's more annoying.
Dude, no, I love it.
I think even the memes are better in the bear market. I like the bear markets too.
No, honestly, like it's better to be a contrarian. When you feel like the worst is when Bitcoin is at 68K and like you're like, I'm right, I'm a genius. Everyone's you're right, you're a genius, and then and then it tanks. I love it when I'm just like the contrarian the whole time.
Yeah, not to mention the shit coins going to zero in the bear market.
Beautiful. Nature
Much
healing
easier to
itself, as
dunk on
Lava
them.
would say. Nature healing itself.
Nature healing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's probably the most frustrating part of the bull market, I could say. Like all these people with these wrong narratives claiming they are right because they see their favorite star coin going up. So it's tough.
Dude, these rainbow dildos, motherfuckers.
Hey, what I would like to know for anyone out there, any aspiring meme lords, what would be like a couple apps, like must-have apps or tips? Like, how do you like so quickly bust a meme out? Do you have like a library of like the Bitcoin symbol, like in a PNG format, or like how do you like on the move? I think Yellow, you told me in one of Telegram chat that you do everything from your phone, like all the fucking videos. That
Even his
blows
crazy
my
videos,
mind.
yeah.
So like, what is some of the things that you guys best practices? What are some of the apps in your pocket? And how
Just
do
gotta
you
get
go about it?
Labrado's meme dealer. His name is Mematics.
Mematic, yeah. Just press the random
So,
Bitcoin
I think-
and it just comes up.
No, go. I think the first thing you have to do is like whenever you see something funny, like a template or something, have it saved for later on. And if you see a video that can be translated in Bitcoin, save it for later on. and then you have like already a library ready to go and make something. So when something happens in around Bitcoin, I use ALAT Motion and a bunch of other apps that I can, whoever wants that DM me, I will share them. And I basically, yeah, start making stuff on my phone and just tweet them, man. It's not difficult to get to start. It's it takes time to get better, but in the end, it's not rocket science. And
Share some of those apps. I know you said you'll DM them out. Like, what would be like the top two that you go to?
I'm an Android pleb, so I use A-Light Motion for all the video editing. I use InShot for the picture stuff. I use, let me see. You have to have a good background eraser to make the cuts, like the heads and stuff. And then there are other like apps like Reface. You can do like deep fakes and Mag Life, where you basically can animate a still picture to say whatever the fuck you want. So if you saw like
what was the last one you said for still picture? What was that one?
Mag Life. Yeah. So if you saw like a video I did, I made Elon Musk to Greta Thunberg saying how dare you. I kind of use like pretty much every of those apps a little bit to make that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you become a master of just playing with what apps have what strength and what apps have what weakness. And I saw it in chat and I didn't hear Yellow mention it. Meme generator is solid as well. It's worth, I think when I bought it, it was $5 at the time. It might still be. It's worth, just so you don't have to see the ads, paying the $5 for Meme Generator Pro. That is fabulous. That's where I started out. And even making, for anyone in here, and I know we have a lot of regular people we talk to in chat, Toxic Happy Hour. Originally, I was even making the thumbnails for that, which everybody loved through Meme Generator. Because if you have a background eraser, like Yellow said, you could come up with some pretty creative stuff. But
why have the memes been so bad for Bitcoin Magazine that you've been making?
That's because they all have to be. I can't use dildos. They're all PG. No, but and to be quite serious though, thanks to Bitcoin Magazine, my memes, in my opinion, have stepped up in quality. And I'm not talking about necessarily as far as like me being funny or anything, but I mean, Tommy, shout out to Tommy. He introduced me to a photo editing app and stuff, and I was thrust into using this app to help you guys with some other projects, as you're aware. And now I totally like basically the equivalent of Photoshop is where I make all my memes now. So I could do blending and yeah, it's took me to the next level. So it's pretty awesome.
The best thing about memes, right? And I thank you for this question, Joe, because I think most of the people on Twitter, they have ideas for memes every now and then, right? But they're like, oh, but I don't know how to make one, or my Photoshop quality sucks. That's the beauty of a meme. It doesn't need to be high quality. The shittier the meme, the funnier it is, right? It's like a 4-year-old kid like sticking a picture on another picture.
Yeah, typos help sometimes.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you.
The idea is clear and it's just hilarious. It's obvious that it's been made quickly and dirty, but people love that stuff. So just make them. If you have an idea, just try to make it. You don't need to go all high tech or anything. It doesn't need to be like all smooth. Just make it and go for it.
Right.
And that's I'll say another great tool is just, you know, when you take a screenshot of your phone, whatever's on your screen, you can take a screenshot of it and you've got it, whether it's video or picture. And then you get like an app like LightX Express or Video Leap or whatever, you combine the two. It's not that hard at all. I mean, if you've got YouTube, you've managed to figure out Bitcoin, right? You can figure out how a little meme app works. Get Mematic. They're like basic templates. Just go for it. Don't be lazy. And if you are lazy, just hit up the meme tards on Twitter. They're happy to take your requests.
And also misspell in your memes too. They get way more engagement, as Labrahodl has learned.
That's actually natural. So
The hilarious thing is like I am one of the leading members of Bitcoin Magazine. I'm both illiterate and I can't speak. So how does that
The
even,
White Claw doesn't help.
how does that even add up? But with that being said, if I could give any advice, I actually quite like canva.com. Like this is not politically correct, but I call it Photoshop for retards, but it is pretty damn good and it's pretty damn easy and it's free, so no obnoxious ads really. Not a bad spot to try.
That
I
explains,
would-
that explains CK's bad memes.
There you go.
I am notorious. I think
Shots
that
fired.
Microsoft PowerPoint is one of the most underrated tools out there. The way you can edit things and crop them together and build layers, and also Paint 3D on Microsoft. You can grab things and eliminate the background very easily.
Okay, boomer.
I'm just telling you, dude.
It's true. It's true.
I
Internet
challenge you,
Explorer-
CK.
Internet
I
Explorer's
challenge
so
you to
awesome.
some memes.
I regularly
let it be
use
known that
PowerPoint as well.
Let it be known that the Reaper is me. Okay, I invented the Reaper.
I use Netscape.
I swear to God,
I
I've heard
do-
CK mention this Reaper meme like 42 times already.
It's his like fucking claim to fame. He ain't shit besides his fucking meme.
Yeah, it's just 5 minutes of meme fame.
Yeah, he's
Like,
like,
bro,
I did it.
The
Bro,
one
we
meme.
get it.
The
I was
one,
relevant once.
one meme. Not 5 minutes, not 15 minutes, one meme.
He's not a 2-pump chump. He's a 1 meme chump.
No, the Bitcoin Tina, that podcast series that's your claim to fame.
There you go.
Oh
That
yeah,
ain't
for
bad.
sure.
That
For
yeah.
sure. I still
4-part and
recommend
then
that
5.
to everybody. The most bullish I ever got on Bitcoin was from that.
Yeah, I listened to I remember I listened to the first one and then I was like, I had dropped everything. I was like, I'm listening to all of these right away.
Yes, that's what we wanted to do.
Tina's the star. Don't fucking blow this guy's head up. Jesus.
Yeah, but Tina liked CK too.
Proof
so
of work. Proof of work, man.
Well, the thing is like it's not apparent in the audio the work that I did, but it was work to keep Tina on task. Like that's my job. We made an outline. We made an outline for every episode, and then like he would like get off. Like okay, we need to stop. I'm like making a timestamp. We're editing that out. Okay, start.
Bring
Let's
it back.
stay on the schedule. Yeah. So that was happening in the background.
Okay, I'll quit shitting on you, man. That's I didn't know behind the scenes there. Making the video with CK.
Dude, I have the video versions. None of you will ever see it.
What?
I just saw the chat and I was like, who is this guy that is ranting? And of course, he's MTC What are you talking about?
There was someone. There was someone.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
It's
Somebody-
too long, man.
Somebody
No,
too
no.
long didn't read that for me.
Yeah, it's too
There,
long.
there
man.
was
What
someone
are you
asking
talking
about copyright of using videos and shit. So I put in a Banksy. I put in a Banksy quote, which is one of my favorite, and I opened it up by saying, "Bear in mind, this is a quote coming," and it turned out to be a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be.
Triggered.
I ain't
But
reading all that.
it's
I'm
a
happy
brilliant
for you,
quote.
though.
It's a brilliant quote, though. I
I'm sorry that
recommend
happened.
it.
I know.
Banksy
We don't
asking
have
permission.
much, and I need like 1 minute to do a shout out to the Moscow meme tards, the other part of the meme ecosystem. Hopefully, like our little bubble that we have on Twitter, and we make like wars for 2 days for no reason, and everybody on Twitter is like, "What the fuck is going on?" And we basically having a meme war for no apparent reason. So shout out to Sean, to Patrick Blake, Metal Hodl, Jejel SMR, 200 cakes, stacking sats, basic hodl, fake, seg yelling, Spinte, Bitcoin bot, Bitcoinator, Lyota, Rubin hodl, Martin House, Guy Bennett. What the fuck is this guy doing? Anyway.
Fuck that guy.
Cryptic Oz, Chad Capital, Hodl Depot, Ding Dong 3001 and Frito 2X, all these guys are newer memers, and they're fucking great, and you should go and
Don't
follow
forget
them.
Swede. Don't forget Swede.
They're hilarious, man. Every day I log in on Twitter and I'm laughing my ass off with those guys.
Yes, sir. Give him a follow.
All right, Yellow. Why don't you close this out for yourself, and we'll pass the mic around. You kind of did, but any parting words?
Not really. Just I don't know, man. Buy and hold Bitcoin. It's gonna be the best thing you're gonna do for you and your family. And I know it's like a cliche now that we're saying, but it is true. It's so much is true. It's so simple. You don't need to do very complicated things. In the end of the month or every week or whatever, just put a little bit on Bitcoin, and it's gonna pay off for you. That's about it.
I second that. Long-term thinking. Chair force.
Chain force. Why is that
Chain
a
force
thing?
again.
Chain force.
So,
Chain
we
force
were
again.
on Simply Bitcoin, their YouTube, bless them. Nico Konarkis. They call me Chain Force. Like, what the fuck? That's gonna become the meme.
Chair force. I apologize. The first time I ever referred to you to Joe, I said chain force. It's like the blockchain industry. It's corrupted my mind. But now I know that the Air Force is really the chair force. It all makes sense.
Got it. All right, yeah. So I mean, came for number go up, stayed for the memes. So yeah, I appreciate the chat being here or anyone watching this later. Love you all. Gonna be at Bitcoin 21. I will take pictures with you because I'm a B-list celebrity, you know, Laser Ray, hit me up. But no, for real, come say hi. We'll hang out. If I have
B-list.
B-list, right? I'm not A-list like Joe and CK.
D-list.
Oh, D. I mean, Greg could
Let's
get the
be
D,
real.
but-
B is in Bitcoin.
D as in D.
Right. But anyway, yeah, come if you're at Bitcoin 21 or at any event after that, absolutely come say hi. We'll hang out, have a drink, and let's do it. That's all I got.
RD.
I think if
Sorry, man, I was on mute.
It's
Just
drinking,
sipping
mate.
my tea.
Yeah, yeah, mate.
Just finished my fish
Yeah,
and
mate.
chips.
RD is knackered.
Good shout out.
Was that it?
RD, stop being so introvert, man. Say closing remarks. Come on. For fuck's sake, man. I love you, but go.
Can you hear me? I put my hand on my AirPod. Sorry.
I can hear you now, brother.
So technical difficulties. All right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us on. Yeah, it's like everything is good for Bitcoin. If you got a good idea for a meme, just do it. Like Marcus said, even if it's a shitty meme, it's still gonna be funny. Makes it even more funny for me. So yeah, I just love these guys. Love having fun with the Bitcoin community, and just it's just great fun. And thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you for being you. Let's go to Labra.
Well, this was really awesome, guys. And yeah, nothing else but stack your sats, be patient, enjoy life, have fun on Twitter, hang out
Relax
with
your
the plebs.
butthole.
They're awesome. What's that? And relax your anus.
Yeah.
And relax your anus.
And whenever you cannot find Labra Hodl, just add a number in the end.
Yep.
You
N plus
you
one.
will find him eventually.
If you remember the last Labra Hodl, just add an extra number there. So
Sean.
Yeah, just glad these guys, some of these guys slipped in my DMs and then got to meet everybody. It's been awesome because there's not too many people in my real life you get to talk this deep about Bitcoin with. And the way I look at it, if it's gone from 0 to 50K, it's obvious it's going to 100K. And then you got to ask yourself, what's the total addressable market it can get to? Because whatever it can get to, it will get to. And it's only a matter of time.
Bullish, I think. MTC.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. It's been a lot of fun. It's always great hanging out with you guys. And like I said before, it's super bullish just seeing how many people are coming into the space now. Hodl is, I think, by far my favorite meme, because when you go through a couple of bear markets and you've held on for dear life, it changes you, it makes you lean into it, and it makes you realize that you're right. So stay the course, fam. It's worth it. And keep contributing and doing your shit. And there's great things ahead. Super optimistic about the future, but we're going to go through some pain and headwinds to get there. But yeah, it's cool that we got to connect, and thanks again.
In my opinion, the pain and the headwinds, like that is the mimetic security. That's the thermodynamic security. That's like the security to keep the bitches out. Only strong hands, only true believers. And like I'm thankful for it. Truly. I love the bear market.
I'm with you. And it's a hard space to get in your head, but I completely agree with you, CK. I get more bullish in bear markets because it shows the lettuce hands and the lettuce eyes, as we've seen recently, get shaken out.
The lettuce eyes. I've never heard that before. That's fucking
brutal.
Marcus.
Yeah, wow. First of all, thanks for having us on and having me on. It was great. I love how like just starting to make some stupid memes can actually get you to join like these legendary groups, with Sweet Toshi and RD, like guys I used to look up to massively for their meme skills, and now I'm like in a group with them. It's super cool to be here on the show with CK and with Joe. It's awesome. I'm loving every minute of it. Shit posting on Twitter with the meme tards and all the other cool people I've met along the way. It's so cool. Bitcoin keeps giving. It's in all its simplicity. The game theory just keeps playing out. Whether it goes up and down, but in the end, everybody has to bend the knee to Bitcoin. It's inevitable. We're going to a 10 million plus Bitcoin. What time it will be, we don't know, but we're going to get there. Nobody can stop it. And it's awesome, right? It gives you clarity of mind. I remember coming in thinking like, wow, that's ridiculous. Bitcoin, a world reserve currency. And here I am now declaring the exact same thing and making memes about Bitcoin. I never thought this was going to happen, but it's Bitcoin gives on multiple levels, and I love it. So thank you guys. Love it.
Fucking go.
Let's go.
Who hasn't gone? Is it just Pedro? Who hasn't gone?
I haven't gone. Pedro ain't gone.
Okay, Pedro.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot for having us on. This is super fun. We're just plebs. That's it. There's nothing special about us. We found a group. We made a meme about laser eyes. It went freaking insane. And so that part was super fun. And yeah, like I guess what I would recommend to anybody listening, if you haven't found your group, like somebody mentioned a little while ago or already, connect with some people, hang out. If you find yourself shit posting on Bitcoin Twitter, and you've got the time, connect with some people. And yeah, thanks for having us on, guys.
Let's go, Joe. Close it out.
Oh, look, this is the fucking dog pound, baby. This is the last one before the conference. I'm super jacked, and I'm super just pumped that you guys came on here. I love all of you. I love memes. I think memes are really deep and important and powerful And I think what you guys are doing does matter. I think that what you're doing accelerates hyper Bitcoinization. That's one of my missions in life. That's one of Bitcoin Magazine's missions. So I think it does matter. So keep fucking memeing, and we're all part of this machine and this animal. So keep doing your thing, and never forget the state hates you. Fuck central banks. Buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, be sovereign, print guns, buy ammo, fuck everyone, protect and love your family, have babies, like do all these fucking things. Find your people, love your people, surround yourself by better people. So peace out. Thank you everyone for joining, and let's fucking go.
If you didn't buy a
Fucking go.
Bitcoin 2021 ticket, you are a loser. Watch the live stream. Buy 2022 ticket so you don't be a loser next year. Peace.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, CK.
Bye, guys.
Cheers,
Run the
guys.
commercial,
Thank you,
Will.
guys.
Thanks everyone for joining, guys. A lot of fun.